so excited.
No.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so you can hear both of us.
You can hear both of us.
It's nice to be back. Okay, so.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the intro is gonna be. Like what?
What's a good intro for you?
I don't know. We can't use a song because of copyright. So.
We can't say ba da ba ba ba.
No, definitely can't use that one. That's also copyrighted.
True.
What if I just start with like, what's cracking, what's popping?
What's cracking, what's popping?
That's what I do.
What's
Play it
cracking,
safe.
what's popping?
You know what I mean?
Let's get straight to the topics. No,
that
was whack.
Maybe that's what your intro can be.
No, that won't be my intro.
We'll have to figure that out over a period of time. But this is episode number 1.
Number 1. Hold on.
Okay, so let me start off. We got to start off by at least telling people who we are and what we do, just because there's going to be a lot of people that tune in that don't know about us at all.
Okay.
So I say we just start from the beginning, right?
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, so my name is Jenna.
Hi.
Hey everybody. And I go by J All Day as well. That's why the podcast is called J All Day.
Okay.
I plan just to talk about a lot of shit on here.
Okay.
A lot of shit, like life shit, relationship shit,
Okay.
shit, snack shit,
Okay.
all that stuff.
So what do you do?
Funny that you asked that. So I've actually been in radio for like 10 years of my life, but
Okay.
I got my degree in human development. So specializing in adolescent behavior. I was the first one in my family to get a degree, so
Nice.
I always like to say that one because that's motivation right there for anybody that's going through the same thing. I've been, like I said, in radio for 10 years. Tuesday, I know a lot of people haven't talked to me really since then, since the whole thing went down with me and my radio situation. So I got laid off.
Okay.
And it's all about budget cuts. So it wasn't like, you suck, you didn't do your job right, you got fired. I didn't get fired.
Definitely wasn't it.
But they just did a lot of budget cuts, and I was one of the names of many names that was on it. I can't really get into it very much for a lot of different reasons, but one day I will be able to write a tell-all book.
Yeah, tell-all.
So I am off of the radio station I was on, and I was on there for like 1.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I feel okay though. Like at first it's like shocking because you get laid off, and it was definitely like, you know, my career. Yeah. So that was also pretty shitty. But then after the initial like, wow, I don't have a job anymore, it's kind of like
the phase is hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I decided to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, start something. And then Will, who is the other voice right now, that is my boyfriend. Also, why don't you tell them who you are?
My name is William. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. That's about it, guys. Just no. My name is Will. I'm alright, you know.
What do you do?
Oh, man. That question. No. If you guys don't know, I do play basketball. I'm a Harlem Globetrotter. I've been doing it for 12 years now. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty amazing job. Been around the world a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say my biggest impact that I have with my job is just being me, you know. I don't care about what other people think about me. I just go out there and do my job. It's a positive gig.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right. Pays the bills. Our lights are still on, so.
Facts.
You know.
Considering only one of us has a job now. Let's keep those lights on. But you do a lot of different stuff. You know what I always get? I get a lot of questions. I don't want to make this all about Harlem Globetrotters because you're so much more than that. Yeah. But that's what people are interested in when they first meet you, right? Because that's what they know. So explain to them that there are multiple teams. Yeah. Can you?
Well, it's only one Harlem Globetrotters team.
No, but like there's multiple units, I should say.
Yeah, we call them units. So there are different units. So if you guys hit us up and be like, yo, I'm coming to the game in Cali. I know you're going to be there. I'll probably be somewhere in Bangor, Maine or something like that, or Florida. We got 3 units that we have. And we just split up and we take on East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, and we have a spin-off unit that goes overseas and stuff like that. And yeah, that's about it, you know. But it's a very high demanding job, you know. I'm always on the road and stuff, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's dead.
And you also, like, you're a Harlem Globetrotter that does backflips and you get up on the hoop and things like that, which not all of them do that.
It's like 5 of us.
So you have to understand, like, there's different, but it's like different positions almost. It's just like a sport. It's just like basketball. I mean, it is a sport, definitely.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know an NBA player that
don't
does
get
what you
it
do.
twisted. Like, we are high profile athletes. Just because we're not in the other league is what we like to call it. It's not like we aren't doing what we're supposed to do. A lot of the guys on the team do way more than guys in the NBA.
Hell yeah.
Me, for example, I have my own brand. I have my own company. We do motivational speaking. We go back to the hospitals, talk to those kids and things like that.
Can you not shake your mic, please? Thanks.
It's okay. It's a table. It's on the table.
It's
okay.
It's shaking.
That's a pet peeve.
I can hear it in my house.
Anyways, like I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by this motherfucker. So, but like we do a lot, and it's more than being a Harlem Globetrotter. It's more than being an athlete. It's about what you're doing on the back end. It's about what you're doing, how you're giving back to the community and stuff. With my Boy Body Project, I have free fitness days. I had one last year. I need to start working on one this year, honestly, which after my taxes come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, I have free basketball camps and things like that. So it's not nothing to take lightly. It's not nothing to say, well, you guys aren't like the NBA. Well, I feel like in some situations we're better than the NBA because we do so much.
I really don't see, like, I'm pretty sure LeBron can't do backflips. But
I'm pretty sure half the guys in the league. This is no shade on them.
Not at all.
They can't come out there and do what we do.
No.
You know, I don't think nobody in the world can come out there and mentally prepare to be gone for 4 to 5 months on the road, not seeing family,
it's
going
rough.
into all these hospitals and visiting all these kids every day and being on the same bus with these guys for 3-4 months at a time. And it's just like, man, when do I ever get a break? You don't.
Right.
You're in a different city every night and things like that. So it's a very demanding job, but you got to be built for it. So I've been doing it for 12 years.
Yeah.
You know, I could have been doing other stuff 12 years ago, but God put me here for a reason.
Right.
That's why I've been doing this.
What else?
It's a lot, you know.
I know. I don't know where to begin. That's the whole thing. Is like I just have so much.
So we'll cut straight to the chase. I slid in the DM. You feel me? I was like, you, like, what's
We'll have to tell that story some other time.
Oh, all right.
We'll tell that how we met some other time. So will be on a lot of the podcasts. He's actually home right now.
Yeah.
Because tell them why you're home.
I got hurt. I got a torn meniscus because I have arthritis in my
Woo! I'm just kidding. No. I wasn't happy, but I was kind of happy.
That's crazy.
But you were too.
Oh,
you were just happy to spend time with me. Right?
Well, I'm always happy to spend time with you, baby.
I know.
All right.
No, but seriously, it's like we just don't get a lot of time together because before when I was working, it was hell. Like I'm waking up at like 2:30 in the morning, so I'm like out of bed when he's still asleep for like 3-4 more hours, and then for him, or wait, no, for me, you know, he's gone, like he said, sometimes like during tour, he's gone for 4 months. So I have to go see him. Like there's no way he comes home. Like I go see him on the road and make it work. But it's like, you know, my schedule now is open, but it wasn't before. So it's very challenging. And I think that I know a lot of people with long distance relationships and it is a challenge, but it's totally doable.
But it is, and also like it comes to a point in a long distance relationship where you got to make that long distance relationship short distance relationships.
Yes.
Because it's very demanding. It costs hella fucking money to fly coast to coast every time. So why not say, hey, let's put 1.5 years work into it, and then somebody makes the move.
Right.
And it was me. So yeah, it's we've been doing good though.
Yeah.
Making it work.
We definitely do.
Yeah.
We definitely do. I think that a lot of times when people, they're like, oh, long distance relationships, like you never get to spend time with them, so like you don't really know how they are.
Yeah.
And I'm like real quick to cut that off and be like, listen, I feel like it's extra hard.
Yeah.
Like you have to spend so much time on the phone, which
you hate being on the phone.
I hate being on the phone. Like I hate being on the phone.
That's how our conversations
on
the phone though. If I was to call you, you're like, hey, what's up? What's going on? We'll talk about 5 minutes. So, what's up?
Is that it?
That's
you just text me. I'll just watch
like,
my shows.
I talk all day. It's a different type of talk.
But that's
I need the voice.
I know.
But we voice note. We text all day, every day.
All day. Like it doesn't. There's not. I think the longest we haven't. Besides the time that you went missing, I thought you were fed to the fishes.
We went
missing. I was very worried.
No,
okay.
I was on a military tour, right?
I know, and I couldn't get a hold of him. But I thought he was dead for sure. I think every woman does think that they're like someone that they talk to all the time, whether it be the spouse or whether it be kids. I just think that we have this like innate like we just think that people are dead.
Yeah, now I don't want to say everybody. I'm gonna say certain people.
Well, I think more women's more so. We like tend to think about like the worst. But I didn't talk to you for like damn near 24 hours. Yeah. So I was like, something's wrong.
Like an 8-hour time difference. Too,
yeah.
You know,
so that's why I was tripping. It wasn't like, oh my God, I haven't heard from him in 2 hours. Yeah. It was like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Is everything okay? And then like dead.
Yeah.
Dead. I'm like, oh my God, the mob got to him. Oh my God. So yeah. And then when he's not here, which there's going to be a time where he's not, that's glitching, which is making me worry.
What?
This is kind of, do you see how that keeps on stopping?
Yeah.
So that's weird. We'll see. I mean, this is just gonna, we'll have to see how this works out for the first episode.
Yeah.
But when he's not around, then it will either be me or I really would like to have guests, like as often as I can.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be whoever has a story to tell is who I want on my podcast.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're celebrities. I don't care if they're hookers. You know what I mean? Like if it's somebody
those
that
juicy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think that everybody has stories. Everybody has their own story, right? So here I am. I want to help, like inspire, motivate, and just get people's work out. Yeah. So if like you have your own company or if you do something where it's like you have like a crazy job, or maybe you just have crazy stories. Like you work at a grocery store and you've seen some weird shit. Yeah. Like fucking hit me up on DM.
Grocery store get robbed twice.
That's what I'm saying. Like you never know. Like I hate when it only just goes to like I only want celebrities on the podcast. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah. If
you got something dope that you want to share, like I want you to share it with me. So that's my goal. And then all this stuff that you see, I can kind of like put in a suitcase and also go to people. So I'm gonna have my graphic up here pretty soon. That's really what I've been waiting on.
It'll be up for the next few days. I sent it to one of my friends who does all the graphic designs and things like that. And he's pretty amazing. You
can shout him out.
I know. I forget his IG tag.
Yeah, we'll do it once I get the graphic. But I'm really excited about it. Trina's in here too. Yeah, in case you're wondering about Pit Trina.
She's here laying down.
Is she over there?
Yeah, she's over here laying down.
Yeah, she said she was going to be on the podcast, but she was like, I'll maybe come in on the second or third. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool. You know Trina, she's always modest. And shit.
We need a Trina cam.
We totally do.
Yeah.
We totally do. If the camera was shorter, then you'd be able to see her more.
Yeah.
And then what else? I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I think with like the whole radio thing, I don't really know where I'm going or what I'm going to do, which is really terrifying for a person like me.
Yeah, but it's also a good thing for a person like you who's been busy for the past 10 years of their life doing this stuff. And your own predecessors told you to calm down and relax, take it all in. You've never had a break.
Yeah.
You know, so it's something to get used to. It's something to get adjusted to. Maybe the podcast and other things is your calling. You know? But don't rush it.
I know. It's just is really like everything else is cool.
Yeah.
Like me not waking up for work, not going there, not, all that was involved in that is I'm Gucci with that.
That's cool for me too, because shit, I ain't gotta go to bed at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Facts.
You know what? I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but I had to. I did it for you.
And I really appreciate that. And I think that's also, sacrifices that.
Yeah, a lot.
I wish I could have. I know. But you don't have to worry about that now.
I know.
But the only thing that really stresses me out is the no insurance thing, health insurance, and the no money coming in. Like, when you've been like really broke, like broke, and you don't really know how you're gonna eat, like you never want to go back to that place, right?
Yeah.
So
you know that feeling. You never want that feeling.
It's just like I automatically felt that way. Oh, and
hold on, finish the first one and then come back.
Okay, all right.
Because I wanted to piggyback off that.
But yeah, I just feel like everything will be okay, which is a weird feeling for me because everything's so not kind of okay because I don't have a job. But I don't feel as scared. It's just I go through ups and downs. Like the amount of shit that I had to do to like get health insurance and like all the stuff I've had to sign up for, and like I'm pretty on top of my stuff. You know what I mean? Like if you ask anybody that knows me, they're like, Jenna is efficient as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but it also stresses me the fuck out because it's like I'm like, how does I know people that don't have jobs, don't have health insurance, and don't fucking care.
They're living the life,
and they're just living the best life. I'm like, why do I care so much? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's my biggest thing. It's just, that's what I'm stressing about.
And the thing with that though, in the relationship, fellas, if y'all are listening, which I know you guys probably will be listening, but it's nothing against you personally, because when the first situation first happened and we was talking about it, it was like, man, I got you. You know what I'm saying? But it's for your own self that you haven't been in this position before, and you know what it feels like to be broken hungry. Yeah. I know what it feels like to be broken hungry. And for your own self-esteem, you gotta be like, you know what? I'm standing on top of my shit. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, boom, 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 boom. Nothing against you, babe, but I gotta do this for me. And for fellas, just don't take it as if she's just like, oh, well, she's not dependent on me. I know she's an independent chick, but it's just like, she gotta get her own shit together first before, you know.
I know you think about that a lot too, you know, and he's
But as a man, you gotta hold it down.
You should.
But it's like, you can only hold down so much when it comes to someone's self. When it comes to self, then that person has to take care of self.
Well,
that's
especially
one of my biggest things. Self, take care of self. That's why I had it written on my bus on one of my stickers. Take care of self.
Yeah.
I always gotta get uncomfortable. You know, that's my thing. And breathe.
Yeah.
Let go and let God. You know.
Yeah, and that's hard for me. Yeah. I'm a control freak, and I like to stay. I like to stay busy. Like I'm just a busy body. I just am constantly like, if I'm not doing something, and you can only, so like Christmas break, right? We had like 3-week vacation, the longest vacation I've ever took in my entire life of working. I didn't know what to do with myself, and I just sat on the couch for a couple days. But it's like only so many days I can do that. So I'm the type of person, like if I'm on the couch, I'm like this.
Yep, Instagramming it up.
Or just anything. I'm just busy. You know what I mean? When I used to do homework, it was the same thing. I would have the TV on, doing homework. It's just I'm a weirdo like that. But I gotta just kind of like you said, just let things just.
You gotta let go and let God.
Let go and let God.
You gotta let go, let God. You gotta breathe.
Yeah.
You gotta breathe a little bit. You gotta say everything's gonna be all right.
It's so hard to do though.
It's not, but it is.
When you fully don't believe it. Like there's still, you can pretend all fucking day that everything's gonna be all right, everything's gonna be fine. Like if you manifest it, then it comes true. And I believe to a certain extent to all that shit.
Yeah,
but I'm also gonna be real and say I would be lying if I didn't say I had that negative thought.
But this
someone's a car alarm's going off.
It's all good. But this is where I have a problem with that, is because we do say all that. If you manifest it or come through, like I'll be telling you all the time, put the positive juju in the air. But it starts with you to put that foot forward in that right direction. So you can't say all that stuff and then go down a negative path like, nah, this shit ain't gonna work. When I'm telling you, it's gonna work out, buddy. Okay, whatever, because you already feared all
but
negative,
that's that doubt. You have that little bit of self-doubt in you, and I think everybody does, and it takes a lot of practice and a lot of skill to say, nah, fuck that self-doubt, I got this. Yeah. But when you, like in my experience, like what we were talking about today, like nothing's ever been given to me.
True.
So for me, it's like I've had to work really, really hard to get everything. And even when I'm the hardest working person in the room, I still don't get shit. You know what I mean? I'm overlooked or I'm thrown away or whatever it is. And that's how I feel. And that's no like, woe is me or I need fucking a back rub. It's just that's how my life's been kind of given to me. And so when you have opportunities and then the opportunity doesn't work out like you thought it would, like I had a contract.
Yeah,
so for me, it's like I felt stable. Like, oh shit. If I was somebody that was like, what if I was trying to buy a house?
True.
Like that would have been fucked.
Yeah.
And at my age, those are the things that like I'm supposed to be doing right now. And who knows, there's age limits are weird nowadays, but it's like all those things. You're talking to a planner.
Yeah.
So you have this person, I'm planning my debt, right? I'm like, this is the amount of money that I need to go through and pay my debt for this year, and then I'll be good after this year, and then bam, you lost your job. And it wasn't even some shit where it was like, oh, you're bad at this, or you said something bad on the radio. It was like, well, we don't want to pay for you anymore.
Yeah.
And
it sucks.
And my whole life and career flashes before my eyes.
And it sucks.
That's some real shit.
It is.
And that's some fucked up shit. I think getting laid off is almost worse than anything else because it's like guess what? You don't have a choice. You're out. Bye.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
That goes back to that putting that shit up in the air. You put that up in the air that you didn't want to be in that position anymore with what was going on and however it unfolded, you know, but that's God helping you out.
I know.
Because He puts you here in front of all these people right now to do what you got to do.
And like we said, I mean, at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason.
True.
And I've been telling everybody that. If you DM me, like, first of all, I appreciate the love. I still have hundreds of messages that I want to post. I'm posting a little bit of them every day. And so that love and support went a long ways. And what I tell you, I was like, I've never felt like so much outreach and support. Usually it's like people just don't really fucking care. You know what I mean? It's like if you've been around cold people, it's like you're like, well, you know, you kind of expect like the worst from people, which is shitty. It sounds a little jaded, but I think, you know, it's like that's what's happened to me in my past. Like it's hard for me to feel so much love because I've never felt like that. You know?
And they gave it to you.
And they did. And so like I really appreciate that more than you know. But I've been telling everybody that DM me, like, everything happens for a reason. It's a blessing in disguise. Mm-hmm. And that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. I agree. Totally agree.
Now I talked to, like, so many people, too, like, OGs in radio. And
that's the good
they reached out to me and was like, everything's going to be okay. You know what I mean? You're going to you or Jenna, you're going to find something. I believe that. It's just so rare, so hard to find. Like, and I have so many questions. Like, when you apply for unemployment, remind me to talk about that.
Okay.
When you apply for like unemployment, which I've never had in my entire life, right? Like, how are you supposed to explain to them? Yes, there are millions of jobs out there. Like, when you have to go back and like report to them, which is that even really true? Because I really want to know. Like, because I know a lot of people that are. I used to, at least, unemployment. Yeah. Them motherfuckers never looked for jobs ever. So, like...
Maybe they just make something up.
Do they?
Maybe they're lying.
I don't know. Listen, if you've signed up for unemployment here in Washington, let me know, because I'm just so confused. Yeah. So, if I have to show them proof of me, like, applying for jobs, but there's no radio jobs or media jobs, like, I'm not going back to a desk job. Yeah. I could find a job tomorrow. Yes, I get that. Yeah. But, like, I'm not going back to, like, just any job. So how do you tell them, like, I'm not applying because there is none? You know what I mean?
I think you don't want to say that you're not applying. That's one of the rules, that you have to report that you are applying for jobs. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to say, no, I'm sorry, guys, I'm not applying for the jobs.
Well, obviously.
Well, thank you. I want to retake that.
You got to show proof of you applying for jobs. Yeah. But, like, if there's no job to apply for... And
the one that you want,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to just... I don't know. I'm just so confused about the whole thing.
You're going to have to figure that out, because if you tell them, no, you ain't doing that, they're going to take that away immediately.
I know.
But, I mean, I know you're going to figure it out.
I will. Nothing. And we're on, like, week 3 right now, and honestly, I'm bugging out. Like... Yeah. I don't know how much longer I can do this for. Except I did get right back into training. It was funny because, like, the day before I got laid off, I went, I'm working back with my coach. Yeah. And it was like the day before it was like, okay, ready to go. Yeah. And then the second day, that Tuesday, which I fucking hate Tuesdays. Oh, that's what I was going to say too. Tuesday was like, oh, well, it's gone. I came home. I fucking just stared. I don't think I turned on anything. Lou Rock came over right away. He was still gone. Lou Rock came over and we chilled for a second, and I was like, I can't fucking believe this. Like, this is so fucking crazy.
That was crazy when you called and told me.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is, anybody who was listening to the show on that Tuesday, we were fucking talking about, have you ever been fired? And like something. That's great. And I was telling my taser story, and then next thing you know, I got fired. Like, not technically, but like, laid off. Yeah. But I was like...
Yeah, that's tough.
Ain't that a bitch? I was like, man, that is some fucking crazy coincidence right there.
Hey, let me talk to you for a second.
So now, when I get back on radio, if I ever do, and we talk about the crazy stories about getting laid off.
Crazy story.
Like, that's crazy.
You can't top that.
Nah. Like, the whole show was about getting fired, and then here I am. Bye.
I had an ex-teammate who had signed the contract, and then they put him out on PR, which is like you go out and you do all these school visits and hospital visits and stuff like that, and he was booked maybe 20 school visits, and
these mics are where you gotta talk like right into the front of them.
Maybe 20 school visits, maybe 5 or 6 hospital visits in like a 4-day span. And he finished all those, and the day he got back to the hotel, they called him and told him that he was fired.
Damn.
Like we're taking the company in a different direction, so we gotta let you go.
Just
after
so
you just did all that goodwill ambassador stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
And he say when he got home the next day, his contract and his pink slips was in the mail.
Oh, so they knew.
They knew it was coming.
Damn.
Dirty.
Is this okay to be talking about?
This is okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is okay.
That is dirty. That's the problem with big corporations, you know what I mean? It's just, at the end of the day, and there's no shade involved, it's just you're kind of a number. Yeah. Like, that's really what you are. You're just an employee with a number, and you're replaceable. And unfortunately, it's like, that's how a lot of things in life is, you know? But it still sucks.
It definitely sucks. That's why I moved like 5-6 years ago when I started my full body project. That's the reason why I started it. Not only to stay in shape was because I never knew when I was going to get that call, and I needed something of my own to own.
That's super smart. That's like Plan Bs are the most important things in the world.
Yeah. Even while I'm doing my plan, I am working on my Plan B. So you know.
Yeah.
It's definitely. It works.
Yeah.
Whenever I work hard at it, my full body project, but it sucks doing things alone. You know, because on the road I barely have any downtime, and my downtime is sleep to get up to go to the next game.
Yeah. You know? Well, sometimes they do like 2 games in a day.
2 games a day. That's tough.
And think about that. Like the NBA, they never do 2 games in a day. Like why? Like that's crazy.
We got this thing called Hell Week. It's usually like the first week of tour where we do like 14 games in a week.
Yeah. I know. I remember.
And then the ones that we hate are doubleheader playouts. So like 2 games on a Friday, 2 games on a Saturday. And then we drive to the next city that night to an early game, which is like 2 o'clock. So we just play 2 and 7, drive to the next city, 2 and 7, drive to the next city, and then we got to get up at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning to be at the arena. Yeah. No downtime, no sleep. But that's just goes to show, I mean, hey, we're selfless people, and that's what you have to be being what I do. Yeah. Very selfless. You got to be able to give back. So. Yeah. Yeah.
That's facts.
Got to put yourself last. Want to come first.
PSA for today.
Yeah.
I got a new snack alert, except my phone's up there, so.
Snack alert!
So, a new snack alert! No, we're not doing that anymore. Avocado salsa.
Ta-da! They're going to be up there whenever she says
it. Will. We're just still working on a lot of stuff, so.
It's okay.
But I'd rather just start getting them out there than we can work on this other stuff.
This is the avocado salsa.
But anyways, the avocado salsa, and the reason why I bring that one up is because we tried it.
Yeah.
It was good. It's kind of fun. It's Tostinos, right?
Yeah.
Avocado salsa. And it's almost like, you know the nacho cheese of the Tostinos? Yeah. It has like those little chilies in them, the little chili things.
So good.
It's actually fire.
I'm hungry right now, listening.
My mouth's actually watering. But yeah, I'm going to have a new snack alert. Usually it's going to be in the beginning. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to place everything, and then current events and things like that. But yeah. I also got to figure out, this shows seconds. Like y'all can see the 857, maybe not because the camera might be too short, but how many minutes is that?
We're probably at about 15 minutes right now.
15?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we're probably at about 30.
No way. You think so? Yeah. Get your phone out. Do some math.
Let's see. So 60 seconds in a minute. So we got.
I'm happy to be back though. It feels good to like wear my headphones. It feels good to talk into a mic. It feels good for all that.
So what we do, 873.
You figure that out.
Divided by 60.
I don't know. I hate math.
14.
The only math I know is like, I'll save that for another podcast. 14? Oh, that's okay. So we got some time. Okay. I think they're going to be around like 20, 30 minutes too.
About 20 minutes.
20?
About 20 minutes is good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 minutes is good. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
Subscribe right here.
Swipe up.
Subscribe down below. Yeah, about 20 minutes is good.
I'm trying to think what else. It's available on all platforms, obviously.
All platforms.
I have to get a few episodes, I think, up in order for me to get it available on
iTunes.
Yeah, Apple.
Yeah.
But all the other ones, Spotify, everything like that, they're all up. So that's cool. And I hope this ends up recording good too.
I think it will.
I hope so, because this thing keeps on glitching. Like, y'all can see it glitch. It's just a little weird, but hey, practice makes perfect, baby. Anything else? What else?
Is that it? Should we wrap it up for the first one?
Well, it's because I feel like I don't want to get into anything too much.
Yeah, so we save it for the next one.
Because I want to start talking, since the current event right now is Kobe.
Okay.
I really want to kind of get into that with you, because you were a big Kobe fan.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's only right to talk about it, because it just happened.
But I'm gonna say I was like the diehard every jersey.
You don't have to be, but you play basketball.
Yeah.
You were a Kobe fan. Even me. But see, we're already getting into it. We can't get into it. We gotta wait. Next episode?
Yeah, next episode.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright. Next episode. Numero dos.
Yeah.
Alright, you can hit me up on Instagram or Twitter at jallday87.
And just find me through her page.
Just give him
your
IG.
Bye.
At Bobody84. Thanks.
Just find me on her page.
Okay.
So I think that was real good.